Creator Claudine Francois and the founder of In Good Clean Taste. I am dedicated to helping women entrepreneurs design a healthy lifestyle by incorporating healthy, delicious tools, tips, and resources that empower their inner and outer game. Every episode, my featured guest and I share our healthy, delicious lifestyle journey on my globally recognized show, Healthy, Delicious Lifestyle with Claudine. Much for being here on Healthy, Delicious Lifestyle with Claudine. You are not going to believe the superstar that we have with us today. She has an incredible story and mission, and I just know you're going to be as enthralled with her as I am. And be sure to stay on until the end because I have a very special treat for our community. Now, as always, if you are interested in learning more about me, my products and services, you can always check those out at ingoodcleantaste.com. Now, today's show is called How to Find the Best Slimming Foods That Taste Delicious with Laura Belg. I'm so excited to bring her up from the green room, but let me tell you a little bit about her first. So, Laura Belg is a certified microscopist, speaker, author, supplement consultant, and formulator. And check this out, she is also a raw food wellness guru. Now, after having seen numerous doctors and spending over $150,000 and countless frightening hours with no answers, her severe health problems had become her identity. How many of us can relate to that, right? She knew this was no way to exist, and she spent years scanning the globe to learn from renowned chemists, doctors, and practitioners, studying them because they were researching the solutions to the issues ailing people. Now, she took all that knowledge and she created her unique formula of combining science and coaching to educate and empower others toward regaining health and balance. She is committed to getting to the root cause, not just band-aiding the problem. Can I get an amen? And now, with her upcoming show, Beauty Kitchen, which will be airing on Bravo later this year, she has been able to expand her reach in order to fulfill her mission to help and touch as many lives as possible. Oh my goodness, we are going to bring up this powerhouse. You are going to love her. Hello, Laura. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited to talk with you. We've had a couple of conversations, and every time I'm like taking copious notes, like I am writing stuff down. You have so much goodness to offer. So I'm so excited that you're here to share this with our community.
Well, thank you. And it's funny that you say that because I love the idea of being on your show because it's called lifestyle. And I mean, everybody thinks that if they have a health problem or something's ailing them, oh, just eat a banana, just take a supplement, just do this. And it's not, you have to like cover someone's entire lifestyle. I mean, you can eat the banana, take the supplement, go to the gym, but if you've got mold in your home, you're probably going to have a problem. It can be very defeating to your system. So, my process that I take people through is very, very thorough. So I love that. And I didn't, when I got into this business, I didn't want to just be sitting behind a desk all day and matching everybody's supplements to their symptoms. Okay. And
Mhm.
I think that something that, you and I had kind of shared and talked about a little bit, Claudine, is that what people don't understand when they go to an average naturopath, they take individualized tests. Okay. So they'll give you a test for your adrenals for $500, and they'll give you a test for your thyroid or your progesterone or do a hair analysis, whatever they're going to throw at you and that they find to be necessary. And then once they have, gotten the results back from the test, they confer with the lab to tell them what supplement to put you on. So to me, that's not really practicing medicine. It's not really getting
Mhm.
to the root of things. And what's really cool about when I read someone's blood cells is I'm seeing the entire physiology and not just portions of it. So I will see more than an $1,800 workup at LabCorp. And I just love it because what's really cool about my microscope, and I think that you were surprised to find this out, Claudine, but my microscope has over 40,000 times the magnification of a traditional microscope. So, with that
Wow.
being said, I'm able to see root core issues instead of just let's just keep focusing on the symptoms all day and night long. Well, where's that getting anybody? It's not getting them to where they need to be. It's not looking at their nutrition. It's not looking at, hey, the kidneys in this person's physiology is affecting their brain health or their liver's affecting their hormones. We're not really putting all those things together. And your body is working all together from head to toe, right? Everything works in conjunction with each other. So I think it's
Absolutely.
important to look at everything.
And just because I didn't really spell this out yet, a microscopist is someone who studies blood under a microscope. Is that the correct definition?
Yeah, but not just blood. I mean, microscopists, can look at anything under a microscope. So, like when we watch the crime shows and they say, hey, from this little fiber, we were able to crack the case. I don't watch a lot of TV, but yeah, I do know that.
I love it.
A
That's
few
awesome.
things, right?
Yes, and I didn't ask you the first thing I usually ask everyone because I get so excited to go into it was what does a healthy, delicious lifestyle mean to you?
Oh my goodness. That's such a loaded question. It means, yeah, I mean, it means eating foods that aren't processed. It means eating foods that are loaded and packed with nutrition. Nobody's talking nutrition. Everybody's out there talking about, carbs and fat grams and calories. That doesn't keep your brain healthy. That doesn't keep your heart healthy, necessarily.
Mhm.
It's like we're not, your heart needs potassium, magnesium, selenium. I mean, it needs all kinds of minerals. Your brain needs all kinds of minerals to keep that detoxified. You see people sitting around taking supplements for 35 years, swearing it's the greatest thing in the world. And yet they will have a health problem that the
Mhm.
supplement may have been geared towards. I mean, we have to do things that make sense. And I feel like also a very big part of my job is to do very responsible supplement recommendations, very
Mm.
responsible lifestyle recommendations. So, I once again at the beginning of my career at inception, I didn't want to just, learn what a supplement line does. Well, there's 10 million supplement lines out there, right? I wanted to learn the real good supplements. And if a supplement doesn't take care of a certain issue, what's the food? What's the plant? What's the herb? I wanted to practice real medicine. I practiced medicine in the Amazon. I learned oils in India. I mean, I went everywhere that I felt was necessary to really learn about real medicine. And so medicine is not just supplements, it's food, it's therapies, it's lifestyle, it's, knowing what's in our environment that could be ailing us. So, I mean, I just think that there's a whole lot more to life than just, well, doing okay over here. I really
Yes.
sincerely, yeah,
I love
I
it. That is
really,
a zesty citrus moment right there. We're gonna acknowledge, yes, we are finding out holistically what's going on with the person, not just like you said earlier, band-aiding it, not just looking at one thing and treating that thing, but looking holistically. I love that you studied so many different modalities because you're able to pull that knowledge from all these different places and um and simplify it and personalize it.
yes. Well, because there's a need for it. And kind of like the original time that we talked on the phone together, and I was saying to you, people need a lot more help than what they're getting. And I don't mean just, like everybody thinks if you're in the supplement business that well, there'd just be a supplement to take care of it. But it's it's a lot of stuff. That's why you have a lifestyle show. That's why I talk about lifestyle. That's why it's a thorough process. There's so many things that harm people that they don't even realize. I mean, I could walk just and people are just so innocent, they're just trying to live their lives. So I could walk into a nail salon this afternoon, and when I walk into the nail salon, I'm breathing in toxic chemicals that makes my system acidic. I could go to grab for a body lotion that has alcohol in it. Well, I mean, that's going right in my bloodstream as soon as I put it on myself. So it's just the
Mhm.
most innocent things that people do, that can create a malreaction in the physiology. And that's what I'm here to educate about. That's what I'm here to discover in someone's blood, you know?
Yes,
And I
I love
think
it.
that when we start talking about root core and the root causes for whatever's going on with people, I mean, that's where I see people blossoming. And you shouldn't just be okay over here. You should feel great. You should have the energy. So many people, I think, and this really bothers me, but so many people that are in my age group or at my age, they just, they can crank a mean recliner and that's the best that's going to happen.
Oh my God, I
And it's like,
love that.
gosh, well, just don't have the energy to do stuff anymore. Well, okay, but why?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and I think people attribute so much to age and it just drives me insane. Well, how do you explain the person that's, 70 years old in bodybuilding or 90 years old in bodybuilding? I mean, we're seeing that it's the choices, and you may never want to bodybuild. You may never be a bodybuilder in your life. But my point is that there are choices that you can make that would certainly glow up wherever you're at in life and certainly make your quality of life something that would be more pleasing. I mean, who doesn't want to be healthy? Everyone wants to feel good, everyone does, but they just don't know how to do it. So I kind of handhold all my clients to
Mhm.
get from their point A to the point B, whatever their point A is.
Yes, I love it. And to that point, one of the tips that you shared with me, which I absolutely love, is your healthy and delicious lifestyle share, which is find healthy choices that resonate with you. There are so many options, and that eating slimming foods means eating healthy foods. So let's talk about some of those options because I know you, like me, love delicious foods. What
Well,
are
and
some
I
of your
think
favorite healthy foods?
Yeah, and I think that people, and I think this happened back in the 70s, and I think for sure, but people always think that healthy food means yuck. It don't taste good. Well, you know what? Nobody leaves my house not satisfied. I think that if you are actually introduced to somebody with a broad knowledge of nutrition and has some great recipes, and you know who to follow and you know what to make and how to make it, I think that you can have a very different opinion, you know? And
Absolutely.
I think there's just a lot of stuff that people don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't know. Well, they dessert hummus is one of the most amazing, sweet, delicious, chocolatey things you can eat, but you're eating protein. Or kind of
Mhm.
like making chocolate pudding out of avocados. I've had people say yuck to me before. Well, let me tell you, the big yuck crowd is the 12 and under crowd in this country. Like kids think everything's yuck. And I'm telling you, like raw cacao avocado pudding is the most delicious thing that'll ever dance on your palate. And it tastes way better
Mm.
than chocolate pudding. And I teach all my moms how to make that for their kids. And the kids love it. If kids like it,
Yum.
I'm
It's
gonna like
good.
it.
Wait, so
All
do you
right.
know off the top of your head, like, what you're putting in? Is it just avocados and cacao, or do you put, like, maple syrup or something?
Well, there's about 2,000 YouTube videos on it, but the way that I like to do it, and I do it by eye, right? So I take like
Okay.
5 avocados. I use Himalayan salt to flavor mine. I have different salts to make different foods taste differently. And the
Mhm.
only salts we really should be using are Himalayan, sea salt, or Celtic salt, which is higher in minerals. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
highest in minerals. You could use a red salt, a black salt, a gray salt. Those are all very good too. And they have a lot of really amazing properties in them. A lot of
Yeah.
countries use like those colored salts to cure, for cancer patients. So in any event, I use that. I also use vanilla bean paste rather than using imitation vanilla, which a lot of people buy.
Mhm.
So vanilla bean paste is just yummy, yummy, delicious. And it's easier than scraping out the vanilla bean pods, which I used to do years ago when I had time.
Yes.
So, and then let me see, what else do I use in my avocado raw cacao pudding? So, oh, raw cacao, my favorite raw cacao. That tastes like milk chocolate, but it's raw. Raw meaning something has not been heated over 117 degrees. That's what raw means. So, when all the enzymes haven't been cooked out, when all the nutrition hasn't been cooked out of the food. So I like the one from Sun Foods. I think that one is great.
Mm.
It tastes like milk chocolate. So these are some of the kind of things that I put into the pudding, and everybody can play with the recipe. They can, look for recipes, watch YouTube videos. And that's the great thing about YouTube now is that they've got thousands of videos on so much stuff, how to do
Yes.
just about anything. So,
Yes. And do you sweeten it with anything?
pardon me.
Do you sweeten it?
Oh,
Your
I'm so
chocolate?
sorry. Raw agave nectar.
Nice.
Yeah. And then sometimes there's a sweetener that I use because I think that, as a society, we've been so scared of putting anything sugar or sugary in our bodies. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's kind of sad because some of the things that we use to sweeten raw foods with have an immense amount of nutritional value. Raw food is typically used medjool dates. That's a different type of date. Okay. And
Yes.
it's loaded with potassium and magnesium. We've got raw agave nectar is a real popular one because it's got a very low consequence with your glycemic index. So,
Mm.
it doesn't, raise the blood sugar. But one of my favorite sweeteners, my favorite sweetener actually to use on occasion, I don't overload on it. Okay. But it is my favorite sweetener and it's called jaggery. Have you ever heard of jaggery?
Only from you. Well, I feel
Oh,
maybe I've like heard of it before, but I really didn't know what it was until I talked to you about it.
yeah. Very few people have heard of it. It's a real popular sweetener in India.
Mm.
It has a side benefit of liver detoxification. It's excellent for the respiratory system. So, as we're
Wow.
looking at all of those different reasons not to eat certain things, we're also missing out on health benefits sometimes because every single recipe that I teach my clients how to make, it has a health component attached to it. Okay. So, you're only going to eat and drink so many times in a day. Okay.
Mhm.
So, if we need you know, 102 ionic minerals. We need vitamins. We need amino acids. We need antioxidants. We need all this nutrition to get into our body every day. You better have a good plan on how you're going to get it.
You're
Seriously.
you're going ahead. That's one of your tips.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
every food you put in your mouth has to have a value because you only eat so much during a day. Perfect, right?
Well,
So
yeah,
true.
because when we're not getting the nutrition that we need, that's the breakdown of our physiology. I mean,
Yes.
look at how many, and in fact, it's every health condition. I mean, there are, nutritional deficiencies related that you can, graph back to a nutritional
Mhm.
deficiency. For example, if someone has hormone issues, they're probably low in B vitamins. B vitamins are excellent for their hormones.
Mm.
I mean, you need vitamins and minerals to dictate every bodily response. So, everything, batching your eyelashes, bending your fingers, walking, thinking. You need nutrition. No one's talking about
Yes.
nutrition. It drives me absolutely batty. It really does.
Well, tell me about this because this was cellular PSP. You were mentioning this to me before when it came to nutritional deficiencies. So tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I've carried the PSP in my practice for like 23 years. Okay. And I
Mm.
will carry it till I die, by the way.
Mm.
Mm, because
This is
it
going to be a
is
really long time from now.
well, yeah. Oh, it'll be way longer. Oh, yeah. It'll be a really long time. I know. And it's sad because I'm 50. I just turned 54 a month ago. And it's like it's already a very lonely place in life being healthy.
Mm.
Yeah. So pardon me. But the cellular PSP, the reason why I love it is because even though I'm in the business of recommending supplements to people, I don't believe in taking a lot of supplements because it overstimulates your liver. And that's an important thing to take in consideration because your liver has a basic 541 functions and beyond that thousands in your body. Okay, so just process that for a moment. 541 functions. So gee, thousands of functions. So that could be affecting a lot of stuff in my physiology. Okay. And a
Mhm.
lot more than people even realize. So if I'm doing anything at all to compromise my liver, then I'm affecting thousands of mechanisms in my body from performing. So we don't want to do that. And everything's related to something else. So I had, about a year after I got into my business, I had come across the PSP, and I actually had used one from another doctor, and it wasn't nearly as good as this one. This one I've been carrying forever, ever, ever. But initially, when I started in my business, so I've tested a lot of the knockoffs of this particular
Mm.
product under my microscope for many years. So the owners of this company, they are so amazing. They treat me like family, and I love them very much because I love anybody whose life mission is to make this world a better place. And I don't care if it's that you invented a bobby pin, but these people happen to invent the most profound supplement I have ever seen globally on the market. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I am a real major target for supplement companies. Make no mistake about it. These supplement companies know that I recommend supplements. I've got a celebrity clientele. I believe in all natural. So I'm a real target for these companies. And
Mm.
all these years later, I have never seen anything that could touch that product right there. And that's why I say till the day I die, I'll be carrying it because I've seen what it did. The owners of the company back in the 90s, and they've won awards in Thailand. They had just really done some great things with this company. Um, but back in the 90s, they went into a colony down in South America. And there was a gentleman that I kid you not, and I've seen the video. It is the grossest thing I've ever seen. But this
Mm.
guy had a foot literally square and the size of a satchel bag from diabetes. Okay. And then
Mm.
the video goes to a 30-day breakdown, like how's he doing on day 29, day 20, day 18, 17. It goes over a 30-day time span. The guy's foot was normal after 30 days. And it's just
How?
crazy. Well, because this is why it's called cellular PSP, because it actually gets into the cells, detoxes the cells and cleans them out, and essentially rebuilds your DNA. And it's
Mm.
so crazy because, and this is what I mean. This is one product that has hundreds of benefits rather than taking, 20 supplements to get the same result, and maybe
Mhm.
not as you would for taking one supplement. And this is more my speed. This is more my school of thought. The PSP is also powdered. So the absorption rate in your system is amazing. I
Mhm.
love this supplement. So because I know what it does, and I know that 100% of the time I will get somebody from their point A to their point B, depending on how it's used, right? So, in any event, what the supplement does is it starts by repairing the digestive system and dumping things out of the liver. And if you don't like me, you think what I'm saying is whatever, and you want to go to another naturopath you're fond of, or whatever, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter whose program you go on. You have got to start anybody's program by repairing the digestive system and dumping things out of the liver. And if you don't, you're going to go nowhere fast. That's why everybody out there that's been to a naturopath, chiropractor, whoever gave them their supplements, that's why 6 months, 9 months later, they're going, well, gee, I still have a lot of these problems and I know I'm not better yet.
Yeah,
Well,
if you don't repair the gut, if you don't detox,
Well,
you're
here's
just
the thing is that, you can't just take any Joe Blow off the street and try to get him to process 8, 9, 10 different supplements. That's not how the body works. It's not like, okay, you can't sleep, take this for not sleep. You can't perform this. No, no, no. Your whole body has to be working together. And there's a reason why you can't sleep. There's a reason why these processes are happening. And what I love about the PSP, because I also get paid for my case studies on the product, which
mm,
is amazing. And one of the things I always write in my case studies about this product is that it doesn't matter what walk of life you are, what's going on in your physiology, it doesn't matter your age. Whatever's going on in the physiology, the PSP stops your issue. So it's never going to grow. Okay. Anymore. It's done growing. Whatever your issue is, stops it in its tracks, starts slowly and gently detoxifying it from the system. Okay.
mhm.
And then here's the most important part about what this product does. Okay. And this is why a lot of people that go on detoxification programs still feel like, gosh, I'm still not repairing my body, because you aren't. So the PSP detoxifies, then it proceeds to repair and rebuild all the damage that's been accrued in your system along the way. So it
Wow.
just it amazes me, like when I'll hear people say, well, so and so drank for 30 years, they should be okay now, or I don't drink or smoke or whatever, so I should be okay. uh
Mhm.
mm, that's such a small part of the equation. But I could take somebody who drank or did drugs or whatever for an extended period of time, and everybody thinks that once you stop the bad habit, you're okay. Oh no, we got to back up on that thought, because let me tell you something. The whole time that they were doing what they were doing, they were building up toxicity in their body. Well, guess what? Those toxins damage your physiology. So what are you going to
Yes.
take to rebuild and repair all that damage that's been accrued all along the way? That's why people never get better. That's why they will stop the naughty habit, whatever it is, and still not really get where they want to be, because they're not doing the rebuild and repair. So the PSP kind of works like a stem cell, where it goes to the most important issues in your body and then works on those first. But I think it's highly important to start by repairing the digestive system. Why? Not just your supplements, but your foods, the water you drink, all of that has to process and absorb. And if your digestive system is broken, which most people's are, because the level of stress in our, in
Yeah, or
day
the
and age
toxins that we
living,
ingest and
yeah,
all the
parasites,
toxins.
yeast, bacteria. I mean, it all just wrecks our digestive systems, and like I said, people are just trying to be people, you know, and so in any event, when you do start by repairing the digestive system, you also get the benefit of all the expensive foods you're buying at Whole Foods, of that $3,000 King and water system you bought. If you spent that much on a water system, wouldn't you like to know that you're processing and absorbing the water? Probably.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
supplements you take. I mean, everything you do, you've got to be able to process, absorb. And then here's the most important part: your body has to be able to utilize that nutrition. When it's
Mhm.
utilizing the nutrition, that means that that nutrition is working in your body for you. That's what you
Yes.
want it to do. That's
Yes,
why,
correct.
that's why I turned 54 a month ago, and I don't have a heart problem or a brain problem or a stroke
Mhm.
problem or this problem or that problem. I've never been to see a physician my entire adult life. Okay, ear doctor, because I wanted to know what was going on. Okay, which my ears were perfect. But I've never been to a doctor. I've never been in a hospital, never had a surgery, never taken a prescription medication, nothing my entire adult life. And you know what? I could have for different things. I just chose to take care of things peacefully at home.
Yes, because you have the knowledge, and I love this share that you did. Staying healthy is the ultimate anti-aging power, and the better you feel, the better you will eat.
Yes. Yes.
That is
Because
awesome. Well, go ahead.
yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, no, I was just gonna say then you're living proof, right? You're telling us you're 54 years old, you've never gone to a doctor, you feel great, and it's the lonely club up there, right? Because so many of the people that are our age are starting to notice a lot of issues in their bodies, right?
Yeah, it's not just that, but I mean, it's the lack of energy, the enthusiasm. When people don't feel well, they don't behave well, they don't think well,
Mhm.
and it's just that there are a lot of really simple things you can do, and I think that there's a lot of help for people. Like, for example, one of the things I teach all my clients to do, which I love this, and I just taught somebody to do that this morning, um, is that for 69 cents, you can go to the grocery store and you can buy some parsley. And I teach people how to make parsley tea. Why do we drink
Mhm.
parsley? Parsley is the most antibacterial property on the planet. Okay. So you get so much bang for your buck. You boil up 2 liters of water, you throw in one bunch of parsley, and then you let it boil for 20 minutes. And then when you pull it off the stove, you drink as much as you can and as fast as you can, and
Mm.
it's wonderful. You will literally start feeling yeast, bacteria, everything breaking up from the neck up. You will feel all the yeast in your sinuses breaking up, because people think they have sinus problems. You have a yeast problem. Okay. So,
Wow.
you'll feel it breaking things up in your gut. It's 69 cents, and it's a
That's
part of
genius.
everybody's, like, you know, thing they do. I mean, even if you do it once a week or once a month, you're still doing it. You're still incorporating something that's super healthy. And then eat that parsley, or like
Mhm.
after you're done making the tea, eat the parsley, or put garlic and olive oil on top of the boiled up parsley, and it tastes identical to broccoli rabe. So, I mean, put it in a soup,
Mm.
make a nice miso soup with, some peas and carrots and onion, and throw that parsley in there, you know?
Yep. Now we're talking. So
Yeah.
tell me about this. What is the humusol?
Oh, the humusol is wonderful. So, what the humusol is basically is it's an all natural antibiotic. So, it kills
Mhm.
pathogens, parasites, okay, which people have those even though they don't know it. Pathogens, parasites, bacterias, and any virus, not every virus except any virus. So the humisol's
Mm.
great. I have people not only take that on a daily basis, but also when they travel. It's a great thing to take when you travel. If you have, a lot of flus, or if you've had, different viral issues going on. I mean, you can get a hold of it in 3 days for that stuff,
Oh
and
my gosh, so good.
I cannot even remember the last time I had a cold. I mean, I literally cannot remember.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, I know that we can pick your brain all day because you have so much information. People are just going to have to watch your Bravo show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
For
yeah.
sure. And the free gift to anyone who's listening or watching is my free guide on the hidden truths about weight loss. So you can learn more information about that. I'll put the link below. Laura, it has been such a pleasure having you today. I cannot thank you enough for being here.
Claudine, I speak for a lot of companies, and I have to say, out of everyone, you are absolutely the sweetest and nicest, and you just make me feel good to talk to you. You really do, sweetheart.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much. Well, I could listen to you all day. You have so much goodness. I'm just absorbing it all. So thank you so much. I'm going to drop you into the green room. So hang tight. We'll have a mocktail. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Was that not amazing? Like, who learned something, right? Who learned something today? Oh, so much goodness. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to remind you to think about, how are you going to create a healthy, delicious lifestyle for yourself today? And until then, be sure to join me for another episode of Healthy, Delicious Lifestyle with Claudine next Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Central. And be sure to have a healthy, delicious lifestyle. Thank you for joining me today. You can learn more about me, my products, and services at ingoodcleantaste.com. Be sure to join me for another episode every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on my globally recognized show, Healthy Delicious Lifestyle with Claudine.